that's that. And you doing Tour de France this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go, mate. Yo, Nick, Adam, yo. Today we're going to change some lights. I'll run through that in a minute, what's wrong with it, but also I'll just add what happened to me yesterday on my Instagram story. Everyone found highly amusing, so I'll probably put it up now. I'm working in customer's house just. Adam's not here, he's at college today, so I've just been loading all my kit, so tool bag out with power tools in, bits and bobs, bring it all upstairs and start getting all my drills out, and everything's all wet. I can't work out why. Tool bags, puddle in it, everything's wet. After I smelt my hands, that the person's dog is in my tool bag, covering all my power tools, and my hands. Anyway, big wipe time, brilliant. Yeah, so customer's dog decided to take a wee in my tool bag, broke my combi drill and a battery, but they're put away in some rice, so I'll put a little picture of my little tin of rice up here, so we'll see how that works out. But, so, this is the pattern of Downlight in this person's kitchen. I think what they did is the previous electrician just threw darts on the ceiling and then go, ah, I'll put a Downlight there. But then to make things worse, so I turn one switch off, just those two. The next switch, just those two. Then that curvature over there, that does the undercovered light by Adam. And the final one, and then that one doesn't do anything. So we're going to rip all these out. To be fair, I'll turn them on for now, and I'll let Adam take them out because they'll be red hot. Is that okay, mate? Nice hoodie you got there. Got a Rhino training trench underneath, yeah? Bundy 10. Have you?
Sure.
Have you? Oh, no. I mean, yeah, you have, haven't you?
Yeah.
Rhino training trench, Bundy 10. Okay.
Well, you.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, I meant to bring that at the beginning. So my wholesaler had a Snickers open day today, so Liz brought the truck over with all the stuff, so about 400 quid. So just spent about 400 quid. Having some new trousers, some new that, some t-shirts. I've ordered you one of these. We've got the Rain Max as well. Oh, they were like 14 quid each. The Snickers ones. It says Snickers somewhere, there we go. So yeah, also he's wearing trousers for the first time in 9 months, whatever. I win. So we're going to take these out, so I'll sort of run through the process. We're going to take these out the ceiling. I'll turn them off now, actually. So now we've dropped them all down, you can sort of see the severity of how delicious they are, really. Not only are they put in literally anywhere, they're all terminated like that as well. So, Adam, let's play the game. They did it on Jackass, these are all tasers. I mean, there's like, do you remember 50-50, the old kids game? You wouldn't have been old enough. It was 50-50. And then the one where you slimed the teacher, do you remember that one?
Slime.
Yeah, like you go on the TV show, loads of kids, and like your teacher's there, and if they get the question wrong, you get to slam. Anyway, you lot will all know. So yeah, we're gonna literally do 2 circuits. So the far switch did those back 2 for no reason, so they're going to become the 4 here, and then this switch will become the 4 here, and one other switch will be the undercover light. We bought the click light range with the modular ones, but unfortunately I bought 2 switches and 2 blanks. Yeah, so we're going to stick, I just need one more switch, but the wholesaler's a bit, like 25-minute drive from here, so we'll just pop back another day. So for the time being, all these will just be on one switch, they'll be on the other, and then we're going to straighten all a few sockets out and one for the customers. But yeah, I think we're going to use this line here, so those two, I mean that one's got 3 in it, which is quite a good run. We might just dog another one in the end, follow these across. I don't know which way the joists run yet. We'll get our phones up there or the GoPro and see which way, but we're just going to be snipping these ones off, Wagoing them, putting some Wago boxes on, back in the ceiling, because we can't get the floor above because it's all the bathroom, and you can see there's a leak here in the bathroom. hence why there's a big hole in the ceiling. So yeah, I'll stick you guys on the side. So the joists run this way. The ceiling's been skimmed, maybe, depending on how much damage we make. If not, the hole's going to be plugged up. I'm not doing it, the customer's getting plasterer in to sort that out and sort whatever mess we make. Ideally, I'd like to try and do the lights where we're not cutting holes to try and drill through joists and plug back up. So if I can join two switching circuits, because these are off a switch and these are off another switch, if I can get these four and just combine the two switch wires in the switch, that will operate those four there, and then literally the same for the two circuits that are, no, that's that one, that's those two. So those, the first two switches will be these four. That one, that will work quite well because that switch, the curvature of these ones comes through about 3 different joists, so we can come across. Is that off? It's the thing, you can try and plan it out as much as you can in your head, but that's the under cupboard. That's them.
So not on that one.
Right, I just think we need to really laser out and mark where we want the lights, and then
figure out what.
It's very difficult to get out. We'll just do that one now because there's so many switches and drop feeds. So we'll mark out where we want the lights. I think these ones here will be in the right line, and these ones here, but they'll be in the right length. Excuse me.
Oh, so joists run that way, yeah.
Joists run this way, which makes it worse for us. So I don't know. Let's figure it out. Okay, laser level. Let's get that set up.
Oh, you've got it. That's just what I was looking for it like that. So this side will get tape.
Yeah, so really I'd want a light here. Obviously that's 600 off, we want to try and get as close to the worktop if not above. So if someone's leaning over and not creating a shadow, if the light's here, like that one would create a shadow, that one would take it, but... So if I... Yeah, go over to the tape a second, please.
Do you want the tape or don't you grab that thing where you click the button?
No, I need tape. Yes, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to bring this one out to be fit. It's all dependent on joists as well, really. This is another thing. You can measure out as best as you want, but sometimes joists just don't allow it, which we found out lots of times. So the thing I find out, obviously if you've got a hole there, stick the tape up, and then wait to see that. Just hitting the beam. So 26 from the edge of there over the joists. The joists are about, oh, it's probably about 2 inches thick. So you got a joist there. If I fall on there, if I measure out 700, yeah, let's go 700. Worktops to 600. If you then measure off.
Yeah, I can actually see
Whoa, that's it. It's what do they call it? Richard Hammond used to host it.
Top Gear.
No. Everyone, by the way, I was on Top Gear years ago. Not as a presenter, as a guest in the audience. What do they call it? Richard Hammond did it. Total Wipeout.
Oh.
Swing a few of them. Whoa. Right, yeah. So there's 700 there. So if you stick the tape that way, see when you hit a joist. Upside down. Do it. That's it.
Oh,
that's it. Yes, yeah, yeah. So you can see the numbers, mate.
Right, then put this way. That's weird. Wear like work boots and trousers on these steps.
What? Not wearing any shorts.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
So you're on about 13 there from the edge of that hole on the left hand side. So pull that out. Hook the metal clip on the edge of the light rim hole, even.
Like that.
Yeah, and then 13 centimeters, which is about there, and then your joist would be about that thick. So the mark you've just made is on the joist line. That's the pencil mark there. So realistically,
in the middle of the joist.
If we push it in, so get your tape measure on the laser again, mate, please.
Like there?
No, from the wall. Sorry, I'm not explaining it clearly. From the wall, drag it out.
It's to
So
80.
if we do, let's do 85, just be on the safe side. Oh my god, I'm so small. Okay, yeah, you might that better. So obviously, sometimes you can't physically duplicate sizings, but we can make the best of what's there to make it look square and in line. Yeah, happy with that. So that's 80. Draw a cross on that, mate, down the green laser as well.
So awkward, like getting used to it.
I know, right? So I'll do my cross on there. So I know I can get a feed off that one. And then we're going to measure from there and there. We'll get the tape across and then we'll divide it by 3. So we'll have 3 gaps. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. So it'll allow us for 2 lights that'll be central to that. Then obviously joist allowing again.
You like that, yeah?
Yeah. Tell me when.
Yeah.
10.
What are these joists? How they try this?
Oh dear, oh dear. Should be about 2 inches, I would have thought.
But look, so that's where it starts.
You should know what 2 inches is. If you just...
Yeah. It is like this.
Yeah. But that light is on a separate switch. So I know full well that one will do this one. But it curves round to there. So that one will go across to that one and that one. Yeah, okay.
I'm confused.
No. So everyone that's not confused, so I need to make sure, health and safety, yeah. We can go and cut these out now, and I know for a fact, and every one we cut out, we can feed a cable to it without damaging more of the ceiling, but we can drag through the correct switch cables for these drops, because obviously this is the 4 here.
So they're all on one model.
Yeah, but because they're on 2 switches, we can actually double them up in the switch. So 2 switches can become 1. So these 4 lights will come on together, and those 4 lights, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'll make more sense when we start taking them apart, but yeah. Getting there, so Adam's just duplicated that. I've done this side. We put the laser across, make sure the measurement was the same from there to there. Oh God, looking at the camera, God, there's so many lights. There is, genuinely.
Big one here. Light bulb here.
Oh no, that's gone out a long time ago, mate.
Yeah.
Long time. Adam's got 109, 1090. So I could just confuse, because a few American people are like, why are you working in inches and centimetres and mil? Adam, you wanted some 12 volt downlights in your bedroom, didn't you, mate? Got some here for you. I'll just knock them off your wages, okay?
Oh.
I'm not too concerned before anyone moans about the kitchen side. Everything's going to be clean and wiped down. My mats are filthy and covered in mud, so I put my new coat on there. Cool. Sparky life. Can afford it. Can't we, Adam? That's it. Wait for a minute, 2, 3. By waiting a couple of seconds, it allows the dust to settle back into the cup. And that, literally there was no dust. I mean, you can see a black coat below it. Here we go. There is absolutely sod all. Right, so Adam, unfortunately,
Yeah.
Adam's just gone hell for leather cutting these holes. And someone put a joist there. Must have been a plumber. Anyway, we're laughing about it, I'm crying inside. So I slipped my mind. Normally we're really good at downlights. We measured, there was a beam there, we measured off there, measured off there. Didn't even occur to me that there'd be one in the centre, which there is. So the only way we can get around this, luckily, and I say luckily, and it, because there's so many holes in the ceiling, the customers told us it was all being skimmed. So the holes that we've cut out, it's not only this one, but if I'm moving this across to the left by about 1 inch to get that in, I'm also going to do it with these 2 that we've already drilled, so the measurements match. So we'll plug them back in with the holes we got, we'll redo that one. That one's not been cut yet. Adam's, I'm surprised really, you know. Shame on you, Adam, shame on you. So yeah, unfortunately, these things happen, and at least it's not a finished kitchen or bathroom. Right. But hey, real life situations. So we're going to shift them across. I'm going to get some wood and we're just going to plug these back up. And the extra ones that we've pulled out, if we've got enough wood, I'm going to start plugging some of the old holes up as well, as of when we've cut the cables off. Right, as soon as I've got the opportunity, I'll run through how to plug a downlight hole. There's a downlight hole, and there's a plug. So that's our new measurement. So I've just stripped down a bit of CLS outside, offset the screw, put it in a little bit. So you want to feed it across and then feed it back, hence that's why the screw is offset. Get yourself in there. So the screw is to help you hold it down at the same point of screwing it up. Pull that down. So now pinch that on there. We want the surface of the screw, sorry, the screw head below the surface. And same thing with this one. Not too much. Pull your one back in.
Someone's screwed me around a little bit.
Right, and that's now solid, so the plastic can get a skim over that. Right, now Adam's slowed down a bit on bulling a china shop, just cutting holes wherever he thinks. Ugh. You not good job. I'm only joking, mate. I'm sorry. 2 minutes, please. 2 minutes, please. They're plugged back in. Like we're gonna say, we should have 8 more plugs here. Yeah, Adam's just sorting out, so we can plug 8 more holes up. Obviously, there is 67 downlights here, so we can't plug them all. So now is the process of what I'm saying. I'm trying to explain to Adam. So if I turn, now I want the arch ones, these ones. So with this, that's meant to be on it as well. I'm not trying to prove dead, I'm trying to prove live. So that will be dragged across to this one and then bounced across to that one. The light's gone off. Oh, it's a faulty connection in there, look. Oh dear, oh dear. And then this one will be pulled to that one and then across to that one. The rest of them I'm going to cut off. That's our 4 here. I turn that one off, and then the first one that's blinding, we want it in that one. So this second switch operates these ones. So that will be dragged through across to this one, that one across to here. And then I think the beam is there. So then this switch, nope, yep, that switch there will operate them 4. So we'll put this switch linked to this switch. So these two will be linked together in the back of here to make 4-way lights there. And then, oh my god, look how many lights there are.
This one's flashing as well.
I know, it's because the connection's dodgy. So I've just labelled them in there of what we're going to be doing. So that's going, that doesn't do anything. 1 and 1 are going together. Number 2 is going to be over the sink, and then that's the undercovered lights. So we'll get them cut off, turn off now, isolate on the board, and then we can start doing some choppy. Want to do some choppy?
No connection.
Sorry?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not cutting your hair, don't worry. I just isolated the board. They are all off. I'm just going to get the locking off unit in the van, the ideal one. Put that on it, make sure customers don't turn it on while Adam's touching it. Right, we've got our cables in now. And how much more confusing is that? Oh, I just dropped it on my new coat.
Wasn't worried about that.
Super confusing. So we've looped the ones across. That one is looped to this one. They're looped across. That one is looped to this one, which is identical switches that we've labelled up. That one is linked across to that one, which is on the outside, and same thing with that. So we're going to go around that. Well, you want the terminal one? Itty bitty tiny living space. There you go. So we can definitely cut these 2 off because that's come off. Adam's just disconnecting the transformer there because that transformer should feed to that one, which then feeds to that one. So we can cut them off completely. We might be able to, when we find the source from that one, should be to that one, but then that one should be fed from that one. Oh my god. There's just so many random ones. Anyway. We're missing cables now, so obviously that was the first feed, that was looped, so I've disconnected that. That's going to have a Wago box on it, pushed up in the ceiling. Got 2 lights here, same thing with that. That's our feed for these 2 lights. Let's have a Wago box on it, pushed in the ceiling. I've disconnected the cable. Same thing with here. That's going to have the connection on going across to these two lights. Adam's just stripping these across, figuring out, pulling the old feeds out that we don't need. So really we shouldn't have that many connections in the ceiling, because so far that's the only one that's not going to be doing anything. And I'm going to suss out what we're going to do here as well. Just slowly but surely getting rid of cables. One up there has been Wagoed junction box. So same here. So this is what was a downlight, and then we've got a link coming across to this one. I'm just going to stick the Wago box from Connect Box. Obviously that's going to be a non-maintenance one, non-maintenance joint. We'll put some cable ties in them already, but we haven't been fixing them to the joist because we physically can't. I mean, it is what it is with that.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, unfortunately. You know, you're meant to screw it to a joist to make sure it's secured, but I physically can't here. Can't access above, don't want to rip any more holes in the ceiling, so there's a lot to do. I know, right? Okay, they're all in. Nice straight row of 4, straight row of 4. All the plugs from the old lights, I plugged up 8, I mean, obviously we cut 8 out. And so that's ceiling, but obviously we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. So in theory, I've marked up here, that should be these 2. And then the other dash should be the next 2. So those 2 there with the dashes, they will be combined in the back of the switch as a group of 4. Then number 2 here should be the back 4. Yeah. Undercupboard lights. That is now a blank, that is a blank. So I'm just going to get the switch changed over, and we've changed it all to, what was it, cool white. That's what the customer wanted, and going to put some white bezels on, but we're leaving the bezels off for the time being because the ceiling's going to get plastered and painted. So that's the click mode range. Mod? Is it mode? Click mode?
Yeah, mode. Yeah.
So I've just got to come back and change one of these blanks to another 1 gang. So that one switch does all of them. It's okay, mate. Right, we're on. We're here. That obviously was a bit special how someone did the lights before. Can't quite figure out why. There was no pattern to it, there was no rhythm to it, there's no sequence, the spacings were incorrect. Just nothing really made sense, to be honest. And you even thought it was a mess, really, didn't you?
Yeah, you're probably shaking around a lot right now because I'm.
Yeah, it's got stabilisation on the camera, mate. No worries.
Extending my arm.
Camera guy. He's the camera guy. That's it. It's your new job.
Sweet, bang.
But yeah, I hope it's sort of an insight to see, you know, how you can just make it simple but more effective, just doing it in line, same measurements. Obviously, I could have edited out the bit where we hit a joist. What's the point? It's real life stuff, and it'll happen to one of us at least once. Probably Adam a lot more. Sorry, yeah, I did a quote for, I think it's 5 full rewires. And very strangely, because normally if I was to get a rewire, it's sort of once every 2 months, 2.5 months, 3 months, something like that. And I've just quoted 5 in the past 2 days, and 3 of my quotes have been accepted so far, and I'm still waiting on 2. And I might get them as well, I don't know. So everyone be well prepared for the next month or so to have loads of videos on rewires, okay? Sound right, catch you in a bit, bye!
Bye!